Bolsonaro has corruption investigations surrounding him as well, that he waves off as insiders trying to stop his reforms. It all sounds frighteningly familiar, doesn't it? And not just because it's Halloween. Why? Because right-wing populism is not new. What happened here crashed through Europe before and after us. We just usually don't get caught up in the polarizing politics abroad. But those days are over, I think. Now, what may be different about Brazil and here is that they had a tough race that centered around crime and the working class, but there, the working class actually made a move back to the left, okay? With a president who had put social reforms as a main part of his presidency, Lula. So he had that cachet with them. So the populist move there was based on income for workers and not merely anger in the ranks toward a perceived outsider, which is what populism has been about here. Now, you may be thinking, come on, man, don't compare us to Brazil. Hey, Brazil is huge, okay? There are 215 million there. Mexico has 130. We have 334 maybe? So it's big, it's diverse. And it is struggling with crime, criminal gangs moving around en masse, near impunity, lots of killing, drug trafficking, and lots of poor, okay? In fact, the income disparity there is heartbreaking. And we're dealing with it here, too. We just don't talk about it that much. And there's another similarity. The right-wing president, Bolsonaro, his friends, his sons, his supporters for months have seeded baseless allegations of electoral fraud. Bolsonaro summoned foreign diplomats in July to cast doubt on electronic voting. It's freakishly similar to you, isn't it? Election authorities, though part of his administration, dismissed all the claims as fictitious and called Sunday's election secure and valid. Polls reveal that millions of Bolsonaro supporters lost faith in the elections because of what's been said. Many have said they were ready to take to the streets. But here's the point. But they haven't. Okay? And Bolsonaro, while still quiet, and that quiet is becoming a little bit deafening down there, they want him to speak, he has not been loud with lies about a rigged election. Okay? That's not what his party's main pursuit is right now. Not like what we did here. They're doing better there thus far. No lies about lawsuits. So can we be like that next week? Now, let's say it goes bad there. I guess that blows the whole analogy. I don't think so. I think we should still watch. Because there would be a tendency, if it gets ugly, to wave it off as, well, it's a lesser democracy. You think so? Are we holders of the high ground when it comes to how we respect our democracy? I don't think so. I mean, all you have to do is point at January 6th, right? More important to me than that day was the silence that followed, that they still voted to decertify out of fear to what they saw from that exercise of the fringe. And it goes from that, and I see a complete continuum right into the planned attack on Speaker Pelosi. What did we see in the aftermath? It was a no-brainer to come together about that and to say, this is just wrong, the best to her, we got to be better, whoever this guy is, let's not even say his name, this is not us. But we couldn't. It had to be made into something worse than alleged, so it couldn't be a problem about the rhetoric on the right. It can't be bad for them. Can't be, not in this game. King of Twitter, Elon Musk, goes at Hillary Clinton. Great choice of target, horrible choice of basis for his opinion, suggesting that there was something more afoot, some fugazi outlet that he went with. He then deleted the tweet later on. Is that the new Twitter filter, that you delete what you get crushed for as a crowdsourced consequence? Is that the best they can do? So today came word from the authorities. The DA held a presser a couple hours ago, negating much of the noise that the right fringe has been echoing all through the corridors of social media. This attack is something else than they've told us. He was let in. No, he broke in. Oh, how do you know? The police say it. Oh, and he told the police that. Well, but he knew Pelosi. No, he didn't. Who says? Him and the police, who he said it to. Well, why was Pelosi in his underwear? Because he was assaulted while sleeping. What do you wear? Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And Don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of News Nation's fact-driven coverage.